by our resolution, we resolved that that is our symbol. Things came up and it got broken. It was still the mace that we used yesterday, mind you.
The broken mace?
The broken mace, but mended.
Oh.
That means along the line now we have to think of how to maybe get a new one and resolve again that the old one be discarded. So it was a broken piece of the broken maze that was there when we continued with the proceeding that was abruptly terminated. So something was right there on the maze hanger when we were sitting, at least to represent that symbol of authority.
You know, I was just thinking to myself that, you know, some journalists might decide to write a story on the Ogun State House of Assembly and its many maces. Because if you change it now, you know, it would.
We will change it by resolution in the full view of the public.
Okay.
We will not change it behind the scenes.
That will be another, you know, that will be an interesting piece to watch. But were you explaining to us what exactly was happening with the born again 13? What exactly they were born again from?
Honorable Malaya came here sometimes and said, once I was blind, now I can see. It is not impossible to be beclouded with a sight that is myopic, not because you want it that way, but because information available to you keeps it that way. But the more you get informed, the more you avoid being deformed. So when some of us began to demonstrate a high level of quest for knowledge of what actually is the goings on, we began now to shift ground.
The goings on where? In the executive or in the legislature?
In the legislature, primarily first, because it is when we get it right there that we can effectively function the way we're supposed to.
What sort of goings on?
Like I said, quite a lot of things are shielded.
For instance?
For instance, we believe that when approvals for funds come into the House, the ideal thing is for everybody to have an idea of such approval. It shouldn't be something that will be buried, you know, and only few people will have knowledge of that, and it is just a declaration that will come. Of course, the leadership tries to say this happened, that happened. But, like I said, transparency is not just in what you say. It goes beyond what you say. It must also be backed up by what you do that agrees with what you say.
All right, let's wrap up. When is the next sitting?
The next sitting is today by 11. We want to adopt the passage of the confirmation of the commissioner nominee for the state. So, as I'm living here, I'm heading straight for the chambers. But I must not leave the studio without commending the executive governor of the state for offering leadership, because the stalemate even got the attention of the National Assembly, and I learned it was debated on the floor of the Federal House of Reps yesterday. I must also thank them for their own intervention, but thank the governor for his leadership to call for a truce. Of course, the process still continues for us to resolve all other issues, but at least the truce was able to allow us go into the chambers as one big happy family, and thereafter other issues will now be properly looked into so that we can put this behind us. Having been part of the crisis of the last time, I will not in any way want a situation where we will go back to the trenches.
Okay, and we do hope that all gets sorted out quick as possible so that the business of the day can continue.
Of course, I hope so too.
All right.